On September 17th, 1973, 3-year-old Christina Lynn Carter vanished without a trace. Some believe that Christina might be dead, but others wonder if she might still be alive after all of these years. If she is still alive today, she would be 51 years old.
Police believe that Christina was abducted, which is why there's some credence to the idea that she might still be alive. Was Christina taken and raised under a different name?
Let's explore Christina's strange disappearance. My name is John.
And I'm Brienne.
We are the host of What Happened To, a show where we discuss missing persons cases and the theories surrounding them that hold hidden secrets.
In today's episode, we're going to discuss the abduction and possible murder of Christina and why her case still haunts investigators to this day.
When a child goes missing, police will always direct their attention to the parents first. Janet Carter, Christina's mother, took on a lot of attention when her daughter went missing, and not all of it was good. Several newspapers described Janet as troubled in their articles.
At only 24 years old, Janet was in a bitter battle with her ex-husband. This was her second divorce, and the two of them were fighting over custody of Christina. Janet was working a low-paying insurance gig and was reportedly in a secret relationship with a married man. It didn't seem like things were going well for her.
No, it did not. The custody battle was getting worse. Janet knew that the courts were more likely to grant custody to Christina's father for several different reasons. And as more time passed, Janet became worried. She was convinced that she had no other choice but to take Christina and go into hiding.
Back then, it was a lot easier to fall off the grid and hide from someone, but Janet had one extra card to pull. Her secret lover was all too happy to help her escape.
Uh-oh.
He knew the perfect place for Janet and Christina to hide, a cabin in the Great Smoky Mountains.
Janet took Christina to the cabin so they could live in peace. But that didn't quite work as planned. After some time passed, local fishermen in the area found a duffel bag out in the wilderness.
Oh boy, that is never good.
It was not. When the fishermen looked in the bag, they expected to find camping equipment or something of that nature. Instead, they found a body. It was Janet, and she had been murdered.
Janet was completely naked, and her hands were bound across her chest using tape. The medical examiner would later determine that she died of asphyxiation, and that it had likely happened within the last 3 days.
At first, police were completely unable to identify her.
Janet didn't match any open missing persons reports. She didn't have anything on her that made it easy to identify her. When they found her body, she was a Jane Doe. And that meant that no one was looking for Christina.
After a short while, Janet's mother was finally able to identify the body. Janet had stopped contacting her mother, so she went to the police for help. Police confirmed that it was Janet in the duffel bag, but it still left one very big question.
Where was Christina? At this point, police knew that something very bad happened. They had Janet's body to prove that, but even more concerning was the fact that Christina was missing.
Who had killed Janet? And where was Christina? Was it possible that Christina was abducted, or is Christina in a grave of her own somewhere?
It does seem possible that the killer might have split them up in order to avoid detection. They had to know that at some point, Janet and Christina would be reported as missing. Maybe they split them up to stop police from identifying them.
That is possible. But if they didn't kill Christina, we have to wonder why they abducted her. Is it possible that they killed Janet to get to Christina?
It makes you wonder what the real motive was. Did a stranger see a single woman with a child and decide that they wanted to take Christina for themselves?
We don't know, but we do know who her family believes committed this crime. The FBI became involved with the case very quickly, and they immediately zoned in on Janet's unnamed lover. According to a user named Marty Lee on a popular true crime forum who claims to be a cousin of Christina, their family wholeheartedly believes that it was the married man who killed Janet. But there was a reason the police didn't investigate sooner. On the forum, Marty Lee said, quote, "There were a lot of details I can't go into, but at the time we all assumed they were in hiding and went to the Smokies."
Janet's decision to run might very well have placed her in harm's way, and police had questions for the married man for this reason. Police were actually able to prove that the married man was in the area at the time where Janet was murdered. There was just one problem: his wife.
When questioned, the man's wife told police that he was with her the entire time. With this alibi, police were unable to prove that he murdered Janet.
For me, it's all a little too suspicious. At this point, the wife clearly knew about her husband's infidelity.
Right. And if this was how she found out, that is an even bigger issue.
If I was called in for questioning because my cheating husband was being accused of killing the girl that he was cheating with, I don't think that I would still trust that I knew that person at all.
Agreed. Or maybe she just realized that she knew him better now that his secrets were out in the open. Was the wife simply covering up for her cheating husband? Or is there a potential that something darker happened here? Is this man's wife involved with the murder as well? Did the two of them decide to put everything involving Janet behind them? Or is this a simple case of bad luck and bad timing?
Something about all of this just doesn't feel right. All these years later, Christina is still missing and the trail has gone cold. A lot of people believe that Christina is alive somewhere, maybe being raised under a different name.
In the bio section below, we have attached a link to an age-progressed photo that is designed to show us what Christina would look like today. If you're around Christina's age, we would encourage you to look closely at this image. Does it resemble you?
If you find that the age-progressed photo of Christina looks a little too familiar, it might be a good time to make a few calls.
Just make sure that one of your first calls is to us for an exclusive interview.
Join us again next week for more strange missing persons cases and the details that surround them. We actually have some big news to share with you guys today. John and I have been wanting to do a contest for all of our new listeners, but we weren't quite sure how to approach it. What do you offer fans of a show about missing persons? Short of kidnapping one of you, we were kind of at a loss. But we put our heads together and we are so excited to share the What's in the Box contest. Since all of the victims on our show have disappeared under mysterious circumstances, we decided to offer a mystery box instead. This mystery box is valued at $300 and is full of all kinds of goodies that true crime fans will absolutely love. Everything in it has been handpicked by me and John, and to be honest, we're a little jealous of you guys. If you are interested in our mystery box, you can enter with the link in the episode bio, and there are even ways to enter multiple times. Share a tweet, subscribe to our podcast, or enter using any of the other available methods. Trust us, you will not want to miss out on this incredible box of goodies. Head over to start entering the contest immediately so you can get an edge on the competition. Thanks, guys.